Hi everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes Weekly Webisodes. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today for our friends at 3Quarter Designs, I've got the Share Positivi-Tea. That's right, a little play on words for a little tea party theme. This is an 8x8 paper pack with 12 double-sided papers. You guys, it makes really sweet cards just like this one. Beautiful little die cut edge here. This is also our giveaway card for this episode, so if you stick around, you'll learn how one lucky viewer can win this card to keep or share with a friend. So come play with us. All right, so let's take a look at this beautiful paper pack. So on the inside front cover, it's just blank, but all of these beautiful 8x8s with the layered papers. The collage look is gorgeous. The flowers are amazing. And look at the beautiful, delicate little teacups. On the back side, you're getting a brown script. And then here is that coordinating teapot, absolutely beautiful. Got some stamped images here, as well as more collage. Look at that gorgeous butterfly. Look at the little paper lace at the top edge. And then more of that brown script. The beautiful little flourish there. This beautiful butterfly and floral border, the chandelier, absolutely gorgeous. On the back side, we've got some stenciling. And then we've got this beautiful little side element with a little key that's falling down. I love it when the elements just kind of go off the edge. It's really cool. Another little stencil. And on the back side, beautiful little pocket watch here. And then on the back side, more blue, tan, sort of a brown stencil. This beautiful bird cage, the floral border, absolutely gorgeous. More stenciling. And on the back, beautiful blue and tan and brown stenciling. Got the beautiful butterfly here. And then this gorgeous like perfume bottle right here. Back. And then this cake stand with this luscious cake. Got the butterfly collection up here with the florals and more beautiful stenciling, torn paper, the cupcake stand, those look delicious, and the gorgeous florals, and then all the beautiful layered papers. And then here we've got a cozy chair, very ornate and beautiful, and then this little kind of almost hidden stack of books, the gorgeous florals, and another collage of all the different papers. I love the colors. Okay, here's another with the little pocket watch again. Little stamps sticking out there. Beautiful border. And on the back, look at this gorgeous frame. Absolutely stunning. And then finally, the last piece, we turn this one over, has a whole sheet of cutouts, which are fantastic if you use the right size scissor. Don't try to cut out things with using your full-size scissors. You got to get yourself a little small pair. All right, so you guys, for this one, this card I showed you in the opening, I'm going to try to kind of show you guys the papers that I use. So I'm going to spread these out. Here we go. Okay, so the first thing I did was I used a cutting die, which I have to find. Here we are. All right, so I used on the edge card cutting dies. They comes with 4 different cutting dies. Pop these out of here. It's got all of the instructions on how to use them and pictures right here. So here are the 4 dies. They're made of really nice sturdy metal, which is fantastic. All these different pieces here. One has this great butterfly edge, floral edge, swirls, and then the traditional lace one, which I have here. And this is what they look like. Now you can either just cut them out like this, placing them on the edge of a piece of straight line cardstock and then running it through your die cutting machine this long way. This gives you a nice little border for your card, or I'm going to show you how you can attach it to a card and get that look. So yeah, this is what those designs look like. Just cut from the edge a strip of paper. All right, so for this one, let's say you have a 5-inch wide card that's 6.5 inches tall, and you're going to take this lace border that I used and you want to put it along this edge just like this. Okay, you want to get it pretty close to the edge of your card. Then you're going to take some low tack tape, and I am surviving with one thumbnail today. Over the weekend, I just sort of, in a laundry accident, I missed something and lost my thumbnail. And man, I've just realized how much we use our thumbnails for just things. So that's why it's a little strange with my thumbnail today. All right, so, and then you're just going to just take that. I like to attach the low tack tape where it's going to be, where the die is going to remove the paper. Instead of putting it on this side, I like to put it on the side that's being cut away. All right, so now this is 6.5 inches wide. So if I have a big shot or something like that that has a 6-inch wide platform, this is not going to go through. So we want to turn it this way. Then how does that work? So what I like to do is just take a scrap of cardstock, put it right there, and then I'm going to take my card and I'm just literally making a sandwich. So this is the back of the card. I'm folding it over. I'm going to put it through my die cutting machine like that, okay, because this is 5 inches wide and I have a 6-inch wide machine. It goes through with plenty of space. And then when I take it out of the machine, it looks like this. It looks like that on the edge. Okay, very delicate, very beautiful. And then you're going to have a little bit of an imprint on the back of this card, just a little bit of warping. But then I just went ahead and covered that area with cardstock, and so nobody knows. It's totally fine. So that way you can use different size cards and use these beautiful edgers. All right, so let me put this away. So for this card, once I went ahead and got this gorgeous lace edge on there, then I took the cupcake stand papers and I just glued it right next to that. And I just used our Cosmic Shimmer glue and then glued that, trimmed the paper even with the card edge. And then I placed these pink thin line dazzle stickers. They're just very thin, tiny little stickers that you just peel off each line, and they have a little shape or pattern on them, and then just place that right along the edge of the paper. Then I added Celebrate from, this is our More Greetings Dazzle stickers, which come in all these different colors in a pack, and I added the white Celebrate, and then I foam taped this little cutout butterfly right here using my tiny scissors, as I said, very important. Okay, and then just adding that strip of the leftover cardstock right there. And then here's some cutouts, flowers, cut those down and glued and then foam taped the flower after I put another little pink border on there. And then on this side, I also added another one of those pink borders. So very, very easy to do. And yeah, I think it's just a really special looking card that way. So this is our giveaway card for this episode, and how we do that is we're promoting our Paper Wishes YouTube channel. So if you're watching us on our Paper Wishes webisode page at paperwishes.com, then you can just hop on over to YouTube, and our channel on YouTube is called My Paper Wishes. And then we ask that you subscribe to our channel there, like this video with a thumbs up, and leave us a comment. And then after about a week, we'll reply to one of the viewers saying, congratulations, YouTube username blank. And so you do have to know your YouTube username, and it's what your comment is labeled with. The easiest way to check that out. And then we give you instructions on how to claim your card. It's also a good idea to hit the notification bell at the top right-hand corner. That way you know when we are making a card announcement or launching a new video. And we do card giveaways every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday videos. So if I'm hosting, I'm giving away a card, and you would need to participate in them separately. So yeah, definitely participate in that, and I'd love to give a card away. Here's our next one. This was also a 5 by 6.5 inch card. Very simple. I took one of the papers, remember, with that script on the back, and I just cut it slightly smaller than my card. And then I took another little piece right here. I wonder which one I used. Yes, it was this one. So on the opposite side of the script, this one with the butterfly, I just cut that into a small rectangle and then matted that. And then, you guys, I glued that sort of to the right side of the card. And then I used a little white paper doily and glued that right there. And then used some of the little cutouts right here. So I used this one, and then another little pink one. And then this beautiful little acetate butterfly came from our jewel butterflies. You just punch them out. I actually cut some of the acetate that surrounds the punch out. I just trimmed it down a little bit more with my scissors. And then I bent it in half so the wings touched. And then it just opens up really nicely when you do that. It gives a little bit of dimension. Even when you mail this, it'll just sort of pop up. And I just took a little bit of Cosmic Shimmer glue and glued just the body there. And I added another one of the greetings from the We're Together Dazzle stickers. This one is this sort of it's sort of a bronzy brown color. So yeah, another easy card to put together. Oh, this one is a side step card. I love it when we have cutouts or punch outs and adding the little die cut pieces or the little cutout pieces when there's a side step. I think that's so fun to do. So I used our side step die cut cards. There's 5 cards and 5 envelopes in a package. They're already die cut, they're already folded. They come out of the package just like this. And then on the inside of this package, or rather the reverse side of the package, you'll see a pattern for cutting out this sort of L shape that goes right there. So you just cut it out of this cover part, and then you can use it as a little pattern, and it's very handy. And then I use that little cake paper, this little cake stand paper. Let me see if I can find it. Look at all of them, of course. Here it is. Okay, so I just placed that little L-shaped pattern right here and then glued that down, added some more of these pink thin line dazzle stickers at the bottom and the top, added another little greeting there in silver, and then this one is foam taped, this one is glued, and then I added a little 1/8 inch wide grosgrain ribbon in white and glued those on. Then the little stair steps right here, there's also patterns for cutting these little rectangles out, the perfect size. And then once I had those glued on, I added another little strip of that pink border and then foam taped both of these little cutouts. All the cutouts are from here, and it just makes it really easy when everything is all together. All right, my last one. Okay. Here we go. So this one, I'm using 2 cards to make this one card. So you're going to open up this flap. There's another flap here, and you open this one up. And then right here, there's a little pocket with a little tag right there. Okay. And then we've got the little cutouts here. And this one was so easy to make. I used for the base of the card, this is a 5" by 7" tent fold. So normally you would see it like this. Okay. Like that, and it has the tent with the fold at the top. And then I took this and I opened the card up and I used my cutting platform and I just cut 3.5 inches from the card at the bottom. So this is what's left here is 3.5 inch flap right here, and of course left the back intact. I'm also using the stitched card, tent fold card, so there's stitching around the edge here. And then this card, I just used a 5 by 7" card. Let's see if I can find my ruler. Here it is. Okay, I used a 5 by 6.5" card actually. And there we go. So this is 5 inches wide by 4 inches, okay? So I took that 5" wide card, I cut 2.5 inches from the card top. And then I covered this with some of that beautiful pocket watch paper. Let's see if I can find this one's right here. I just used this one, left a little border around that. This one has the bird cage here. And then whatever was left over, because it's mostly getting covered, I just covered the back side of that card. Then I glued this card to the center of the tent fold card, okay? And covered the inside, used a little strip of paper I had left. This is really like 1.25 inches tall piece of paper. It just doesn't take much to hold this in place. And then added some cutouts here, little strip of paper right here, added another cutout. This little tag was really easy. I just took it, took a little rectangle of paper and just cut the little shoulders off the top edge to make the tag shape. Little ribbon from our 1/8 inch ribbon collection, little gold pearl butterfly dazzle sticker. Tuck that right in there. Little greeting, some more of these. Added some of those pink jewel border dazzles there. I mean, pink thin line dazzle stickers. So when you close this up, okay, like this, you'll notice that I used another one of those beautiful little cutting dies. Here we go. This. I used this one right here. I cut it from white cardstock. I glued it right there, and then I just trimmed off these ends on either side, if you can see that. Okay, glued that right there, put a little piece of that pink border there. There's the Get Well Soon in gold, some more of those little butterflies. And then look, I wanted to keep these two little shapes right here. Why throw those away after you cut them out? I just glued those among the flowers right there. So just another little use, you know, waste not, want not, right? So yeah, this was a really easy card to put together because of all the flaps. I think it just makes it look a little more special, but it was really easy to put together. So you guys, this really fun and beautiful collection. I think 3/4 Design does an amazing job with their 8x8 papers. So definitely check that one out. I'm going to get these organized for you a little bit here. There we go. So we have a great money saver on this particular paper pack. It's right there on the right-hand side if you're watching us on our Paper Wishes webisode page. And if you're watching us over on YouTube, just look below the video in the description box and you'll see a link that'll take you to this Paper Wishes webisode page. All the items are listed down below the video. You'll still see full color photos of all the cards, and then below that you can find like the We're Together Dazzle stickers, the cutting die, things like that. Also there are acetate butterflies, and then the money savers on the right hand side. Don't forget to participate in our giveaway card. We do love a giveaway. Thanks for joining me today, you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.